Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Everton 0, Leicester City 2. A very, very disappointing final home game before the World Cup. Not back at Goodison Park now until Boxing Day. And things will have to have improved massively by then if we're to beat Wolves that day in terms of the attack and play, because today it was really poor. The manager chose to keep James Coleman in the side despite the return of Nathan Patterson. He also chose to take Anthony Gordon out and put Dwight McNeil in there. And that was it. And Everton started the game really poorly, I have to say. That Leicester had a half chance, might have even been better than a half chance, after 15 or 16 seconds. Just cut us open like we weren't there. And that was really the sign of things to come. I thought, as far as I'm concerned, that was the worst home performance under Frank Lampard tonight, because we were miles off it from start to finish. We were just really poor. It was one of them occasions where everybody has a poor game, and I don't really understand why. 2 weeks ago against Crystal Palace, they were magnificent on the front foot, first to everything, real energy and buzz about them. Got 3, could have got 6 or 7, and then today looked like they'd never played together before. Really, really disappointing performance. I'm sure the manager and the coaching staff will be scratching their head as well, with just how bad it was from start to finish. As the game, I mean, Alex Iwobi missed a glorious opportunity at 0-0 in the first 10 minutes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin done brilliantly. Played it inside the fullback. Iwobi's just got it the target, and it's 1-0. The keeper's give it up and he puts it wide. And that was the glorious chance to give Everton the lead. We had I think it was a Tarkowski header, which Danny Ward pushed away to his right. Amadou Onana headed a free header, put it over the bar. And other than that, we just didn't create anything of any note all night, really. We had one chance in the second half. I'll come on to that in a minute. But Leicester were always a threat. Knew going into it they would be. They're not brilliant defensively. The keeper, for me, isn't very good. But they have got sprinkling of quality in terms of Tielemans, James Maddison, who was the best player on the pitch tonight. They've got Harvey Barnes, who's a threat always. And Patson Daka, who's really quick and can move. So we knew they were going to be a threat, and the thing we'd said in the build-up, it didn't take much to say this, but was try to stop them getting shots away, the likes of Tielemans, who strikes a ball so well. And Everton just were, it was so strange how much we struggled with at the back the minute we were really bad though. I know people can say we're not great at it, and they'd be right. But we have proved at times we can play out from the back. Tonight, for whatever reason, we were all over the place. The goalkeeper couldn't kick a ball when it was knocked back to him. He just shinning it everywhere. He looked panicky. Connor Cody and Tarkowski, normally really comfortable, couldn't find any angle. It was just weird. And Leicester were the same at the other end. Leicester were dreadful at the other end. When Everton put pressure on them, it was how we got the opportunity early on. Garner winning the ball on the edge of the box. We just didn't do it enough. We allowed them to build from the back, when really we proved the 2 or 3 occasions that we did put them under pressure. We got the ball back, and we just weren't able to sustain that, where Leicester did sustain it. But they went in front in first half stoppage time. It was a tremendous goal. It really was. I mean, Everton had about 4 opportunities to clear the ball, and all made an awful mess of it. And they'd done it a couple of times. That if we're being perfectly truthful, Leicester could have easily been ahead before they went ahead, no question about it. But it was a tremendous goal. I was right behind it, so the minute I left his foot, I knew he was in. But it was a brilliant goal from Tielemans. Flicked it up and smashed it into the top corner. It was a wonderful goal. And when that went in, I'll be honest, I just thought, well, that's us done. We certainly were never winning that game, because we don't look capable of creating and scoring goals. We really don't. And this is not a new issue, and Everton will really have to address this. This can't be have a plaster put on it in January. They've got to address this. There's nothing in the final third that we can create and score from. There's no kind of, it just doesn't flow. There's no fluidity. So we're going to have to bring in players who are used to putting the ball in the net in that area, and one who are really going to provide competition. It's difficult to do. It's a terrible window, January, but Everton need to. It's a very, very important transfer window. We come out for the second half, and the hope is that the manager will tweak it a little bit. Garner went off. Idrissa Gana Gueye, he'd already pulled up a couple of times and seemed to be holding his stomach, maybe like an abductor strain or something. James Garner come on, done all right, got on the ball, had a couple of good moments, had one brilliant run, and then the final ball, miskicked the ball when he just needed to roll it across the goal. But Dominic Calvert-Lewin missed a brilliant opportunity a couple of minutes into the second half. Lovely little bit of football. Alex Iwobi done brilliantly. Dissected Leicester, slid it through. It was 1-on-1 with the keeper. Thinks it's 1-1, misses it. And that was our best chance, really. And after that, we didn't have anything anywhere near as good an opportunity to level it up. We huffed and puffed. Second half was marginally better than the first, but it was a real, like I said, we weren't at it for whatever reason. We just couldn't get going. James Maddison hit the post. We'd had enough warnings. Manager made changes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin went off injured, which is really disappointing, and you wonder whether that's him done now until Boxing Day. I haven't heard anything after it. I might be wrong. The manager might come out and say, "Oh no, it was cramp or whatever." I don't know. So I'm doing this before we've heard anything. And Leicester broke away and got the second goal. Poor play by Everton again. We had the ball in their box. The Corey hesitated. I don't know why, and they sprung us and eventually worked the ball to Barnes, and he smashed it in to the net, and they fully deserved it. I couldn't sit here and say any different. Leicester fully deserved the victory, and it, like I said before, really poor from Everton's perspective, and hopefully it's one you put in the bin and you move on from. But yeah, really, really poor performance tonight. So man of the match, it's really difficult to do a man of the match for these things when it's a performance as bad as that. I'll give it to Alex Iwobi. I thought he didn't have one of his better games, that's for sure, but he never ever stopped working, and yeah, he was my man of the match. So there you go. Really disappointing evening at Goodison Park, and yeah, at least we get a break now before we're back there on Boxing Day. I'm sure Boxing Day against Wolves will be much, much better. Got 2 away games now, 2 trips to Bournemouth. Let's hope we can come up with 2 big results, because we're going to need it. 2 points off the bottom 3 now with the way results have gone. And even though I'm not worried that way, the lack of goals is a worry. And that's why Everton need to address it very quickly. There you go. They're my thoughts. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you later.